Fighting for freedom, liberty, and the restoration of the Constitution. The Patrick Riggins Show. Call in now at 865-243-8255. That's 243-TALK. And now your host, Patrick Riggins.
Welcome back to the Patrick Riggins Show. Tori, leave that song up a little bit. I don't know what it is about this song, but I really like listening to it. You know, usually at this time of year, I'm talking about going to Florida to enjoy the warm weather, but this year it isn't that bad.
No.
It's, there's no beach, but...
It feels good, though.
It does.
I think it's supposed to get cold this week, though.
Is it really?
I think so.
That's what I've been telling people. It's been so warm, we'll go get our butt kicked in January. I can just see it coming. That's when we need to move this show to a Caribbean island during that time.
Okay.
Maybe down there at St. John, and I think the wife would like that, wouldn't she?
Well, I've talked to Mike Howard, see if we can they'll fit the budget, and we can just move it down there. And
yeah, well, I'm sure he'd let me do it if I paid for it.
I'm sure he's listening out there, Mike. Yeah, so.
Yeah, he's probably calling in just saying, no way.
Well, we'll settle for the Keys. How's that?
The Keys will work. That keeps us in country.
Yeah, we'll settle. I mean, it'll be tough.
But
I'll manage. I will survive.
I'm talking Four Diamond Resort, though. You know, I have standards. I need someone bringing me towels and dabbing the sweat off my brow.
Big feather.
A big
keeping
feather.
You cool.
Yeah. Gently fanning me. Not too much, because I don't want to mess my hair up. All right. Everybody sitting there saying, on with the show, please. Yes. All right. This is the Patrick Riggins Show. Moderate amount of goofing off going on. I gave you a little hint of what I'm going to talk about this segment. What I'd like to do is talk to those listeners who readily identify themselves as Republican conservatives. I would like to ask you, why do you think the Republicans are caving into Obama? Why do they constantly vote for more government? More bad things for this country? And, of course, if I'm asking that question, I have an answer coming up. It's because there is no Republican Party anymore. They are all Democrats. They are all liberals. If you are a conservative or libertarian-leaning Republican, you have no place in the party anymore. Just look at how House Speaker Boehner has kicked Tea Party members from committee assignments. Look at how they muzzled, they ridiculed, and even practically ran Ron Paul and his supporters out of the convention this last summer. You're going to tell me you like this party? You like that treatment? You need to come to the Libertarian Party. There's no home for you in the Republican Party. Not right now. Not with the current leadership. And they aren't really looking to allow anyone who doesn't agree with them to have any part in what's going on. Your party has been infiltrated, and now they're taking over. They are in charge, and they are killing off any kind of dissent or protest. The question is, are you going to sit there and continue letting these people screw you over? Supporting them while they make deals that will end up ruining this country, taking away our freedom? For those of you who think I'm wrong, who say the Republican Party has these up-and-coming conservatives like Paul Ryan and Marco Rubio. Hey, look, Marco Rubio is even Cuban. Cool. That's one more for the party. One more reason to get that Hispanic vote away from the Democrats. These are the people who are going to lead the party back to its core principles. Now, that's true if you believe those core principles are unconstitutional government programs. That is what these conservative whiz kids are talking about. Here are some quotes to help clear up any confusion. Here's Marco Rubio. Hey, you know him, right? He's Cuban. He's a Hispanic and also a Republican. Isn't that great? Wow, those Republicans are inclusive. Here's a clip from his speech at the Republican National Convention this last year.
But America was founded on the principle that every person has God-given rights. Founded on the belief that power belongs to the people. That government exists to protect our rights and serve our interests. And that no one should be trapped in the circumstances of their birth. We should be free to go as far as our talents and our work can take us.
Boy, doesn't he talk the talk of a good American. Hey, did I mention he's Hispanic? He's a Republican Hispanic. I know the Republican Party likes that to be known. So I'm trying to help them out by mentioning it as much as I can.
We're special because we're united not as a common race or a common ethnicity. We're bound together by common values. That family is the most important institution in society.
This is the part of the speech where we make sure we all know that, hey, not only is he Hispanic, he's a Republican and also a Christian. It's nice how the Republican puppet masters trotted him out onto the stage to sing and dance for us. It's really entertaining.
Our national motto, "In God We Trust," reminding us that faith in our Creator is the most important American value of them all.
Wow, he should be a preacher. A good Republican, Hispanic, Christian preacher. Preaching that faith in our Creator is the most important American value of them all. I guess in his book, freedom isn't really that important. That faith trumps that pesky freedom value every time. Let's drive that good old American, Republican, Hispanic, Christian point home with this clip.
We're special because we've always understood the scriptural admonition that for everyone to whom much is given, from him much will be required.
So I guess this falls right in line with the Republican strategy of raising taxes on the wealthy. Because much has been given to them, so much will be required. Not that they might have to have actually earned what they had. It must have been given to them. I think it's really interesting when politicians start invoking God and talking about how Christian they are when they're wanting to treat us in a decidedly non-Christian way. Do you ever wonder if God gets a little angry or irritated with all these people invoking his name and finding scripture to support raising our taxes, reducing our freedoms and liberties? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I cannot seem to find America or our system of government anywhere in the Bible. Doesn't mention anything about it. Doesn't even mention our Constitution, nor our Declaration of Independence. Here's a thought. Maybe God meant for your faith to be personal, a private matter between you and him. Maybe he meant for you to live your life as a Christian, but not to try and force your faith on someone else, or use Christianity as a billy club to beat someone over the head, or invoke God's name in trying to push your political agenda. After all, God doesn't force himself on you. You have a choice, believe or not to believe. You have been granted the free will to determine how you will proceed. And you have the free will to change your mind and go another direction later on. What you don't have is permission to use God's name in the pursuit of your own selfish, egotistical, and frankly greedy ambitions. He doesn't need the bad publicity of you invoking his name in politics. Let's fast forward to Mr. Rubio giving the Republican weekly address yesterday. You know he's Hispanic, and he's Republican. Just want to put that in real quick. Here is the first clip from that.
Americans are struggling to find or keep middle-class jobs for two reasons. Because our economy is not creating enough of these jobs, and because too many of our people don't have the education or skills required for the jobs that are being created. A limited government can and must help solve these challenges.
A limited government can and must help solve these challenges. A limited government. Did he even think about what he was saying before he read this speech? This is how robotic these guys are. You know, must have government solution.
What are you people? On dope?
Unfortunately, they aren't on dope. Because if they were, then there might be some hope that they would get off of it and get their mind straight. But no, that's actually how these people are taught to think. They might not think that way before Washington gets hold of them, but they do dang sure think that way afterwards. Anyway, we're up on the last break already of the Patrick Regan Show. This is a quick hour. We really need like 4 hours to do this show. This is Patrick Regan's.
Patrick Regan's just station.
Exactly. Wouldn't that
24/7.
24/7. It's like CNN or Fox
24/7
News.
of PR.
Yeah, 24 hours of good PR. Good Patrick Regan's. We'll be back after these messages.